Thanks for staying with us. Now, the battle for the Vhavenda Kingship continues. You'd recall that the throne became vacant after Princess Masindi Mphephu challenged her uncle Toni Phephu-Ramabulana in the Constitutional Court, and this battle has been going on for years now. Let's get the very latest. Lutendo Bobodi, SABC News Reporter, joins us live now. Lutendo, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Let's get an update on where we are with this matter.
Well, I can say that we're at the crux of this matter. If you look at the fact that Princess Masindi Mphephu has been called to the stand to testify, she's been talking about how ready and how adamant she is about taking over this throne and becoming a queen. She's been saying that she has now grown personally, exponentially as a person in terms of experience, in terms of education. She's now doing her third degree. She has grown in terms of communication, in terms of human relation, seeking advice from people, from the elders, from those that are otherwise probably more older and wiser than her. She's been telling the court, and she's been very adamant about it, and saying that also insisting that she's the daughter of the then paramount chief Dimbanyika, who died in 1997, and by the virtue of the fact that she's from that bloodline, she is now the rightful heir to the throne. Despite her age, despite her gender, she's ready to take over this throne, to ascend the throne and become the queen of the Vhavenda people.
I'm going to get to the issue of gender in just a moment, but let's stay with this particular matter. Her saying that she's ready and she believes that she's the rightful heir to the throne. What has her uncle had to say about that?
Well, today they have not been called to testify. We understand that the uncle or anyone from the royal family representing her uncle Toni Phephu-Ramabulana will be coming through sometime this week. And for this moment, or today, it was just her speaking, and she'll continue with the cross-examination tomorrow.
And speaking about, her readiness and what she's had to tell the court, this particular case also, thrust into the spotlight, at the heart of this battle is whether or not it's only male contenders who are allowed to rule. And I suppose that question will also be answered right at the end of this particular saga.
Let me just make it clear that when it comes to the Vhavenda tradition, the Vhavenda tradition does not say that female or women cannot be traditional leaders. There are so many female chiefs around what we call today Vhembe area or the then Venda area, but it states categorically and unambiguously that when it comes to the throne, the kingship throne, only men are allowed to ascend that particular throne, and that is, of course, the trump card for Toni Phephu-Ramabulana's legal representative, saying, but culture specifically stipulates that only male can ascend this throne, and she's not a man. And but the Princess Masindi Mphephu legal representatives and her people are saying, but what is the highest law of the land, the Constitution say about this particular issue? When it comes to the issue of gender, everybody is guaranteed their right. So that's why they're standing now. She's also insisting that she's being tossed aside for being the heir to the throne because she is a woman.
And it's quite interesting because, some would argue, especially when you speak to some people who really are custodians of culture, they say culture evolves. But at the same time, you think about the fact that now this is a test, particularly when it comes to customary law versus the Constitution, I guess.
Yeah. We hear this in court all the time, that the Constitution is the highest law of the land, and when it comes to the issue of gender, everybody is guaranteed their rights. So the customary law is important in a constitutional democracy, but the highest law of the land is the Constitution that says you cannot discriminate people because of their gender.
But then quite an interesting story as it continues to unfold. We'll watch it through your eyes and get regular updates. Thank you so much for putting us in the picture of where things are with this particular matter. That's my colleague there, Lutendo Bobodi, SABC News Reporter.